Look, that's one of the first shots of you now on an after show with no moustache.
Look.
Woo! Very fancy schmancy.
Now you can see how dirty me fucking teeth are. Now I have to go and get a dentist to clean up all the accidental areas underneath where the moustache was.
Now look, I know this is the first podcast that we've done in about a fortnighty.
At least. What? 3 weeks. Yeah, it is. It's 3 weeks.
We made an effort. If you're watching on Facebook, okay, you'll see we got our backdrops and everything done for you.
Jimmy
made
McCabe.
a special effort.
Even though they look backwards on the camera, but that's not the problem.
I understand that.
Don't mind that.
I get that.
Don't be paying any attention to that shit. So
there you go. Yeah, you see, stagehand I was as well.
There you go. So thankfully, here we are. We're back. The podcast is back on. Finally, a place to come and curse and shite talk and try and get fired in peace. That's what this podcast is all about.
To you, right? How do you not swear when we do the normal show?
I don't know. It's very hard.
Because I know
today was very hard.
Yeah, you came close.
You're playing those fucking wankers, Simply Red and everything all the time. I was like, oh my god. And then trying to rub my nose into the tickets and everything. And I had to fix a cracked wheel yesterday. So yesterday at 6 a.m, literally when we started the show, I was in a fucking fowler. Yeah. Because I was there, I have a puncture in me wheel. Not even in the tire. I think I actually at one stage, the closest I've ever come was I actually yesterday on the show went, and what are you supposed to do when you get a puncture in your wheel?
Have you sweared on the show?
Oh Jesus, yeah. On Christmas Day on my own.
Oh yeah. No, that's going right back. But do you ever remember? I can't remember you swearing.
I think I did
you've come close,
a couple of times. It's snuck out.
There's always a bollocks or a bastard out of you somewhere.
Oh yeah, but I don't count that as swearing.
Yeah, you don't even count that.
No, that's
if it's not a full on fuck, you don't really count it as a.
Yeah, if it's not a sackable swear, there's different levels of swear. You know when you're working in the BBC, which we are now, you get actually a swear.
What?
Well,
nobody told me.
Young offenders. No.
Oh, sorry.
You get a swear.
Oh, we've been taken over there.
You get there's an actual swear list. So you get you get 1 cunt, 2 fucks, 3 bastards, and a bollocks or something like that.
Right.
Per hour. There's an actual list like that.
Per hour.
Genuinely, there's an hourly course quota. Believe it or not, that's an actual real thing.
And you've used up your quota every hour on the hour.
Well, I'm on script, unfortunately. So I can't. And actually, I was very surprised that my character, Barry, who never courses, and as the series goes on, he actually he becomes more.
Surely he's driven to it by those other two
bastards. Yeah, loose lips. The lips become looser on old Barry Walsh as the series goes on.
But like the thing about it is, like for me, because I've been in radio I may as well say all my life, right? I kind of used to the idea that whenever there's a microphone, it's not instinctive to me to swear. In fact, it's nearly the opposite. I nearly have to make an effort to swear when I do the podcast.
Oh, no, jeez.
But you've been doing stand-up comedy for so long.
Yeah, so you say whatever you like. Or you used to be able to say what you like. It's sort of changing now. But yeah, you used to be, yeah. So I was like, every time you took in a breath, you just go, oh, bollocks.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Is that I'm fucked? What's going on? So I'm genuinely impressed 25 years nearly.
On the show, you haven't. There isn't a regular occurrence.
I know, yeah.
I mean, you've given away the CSI year way more than you've ever sworn.
True. Very true. I know, yeah. I know, yeah. I don't know what it is. There's some level of discipline that kicked in. I don't know what it is. It's some on the subconscious level. Yeah. I suppose I always feel like Andy Bad News is kind of like a school principal. So I'm trying to,
Yeah. But you know what the other thing about it as well is, right? The other thing about it as well is it's a bit like, I call it now the zig and zag, not the zig and zag, the Podge and Raj theory. Right? Whereas because you told me this stat, you told me that the Late Show gets more complaints than Podge and Rog did, even though Podge and Rog would be doing.
Yeah, you get no complaints. Yeah. You get because you expect it.
It's expected, and that's what I'm saying. If you come out with a bastard or a bollocks or a whatever, it's kind of grand because it's PJ. If I turn around and say gobshite, people are going, well, there's no need for that.
Yeah, but that's because you know better. That's because you know better. You're a disciplined man. You're a lifer. You put long shifts in of responsible radio for years and years. I'm 5 years in the business. I can
barely get away with a feck.
I'm 5 years in the business and nobody can accuse me of doing a responsible shift yet. So you know better. You know what I mean? One day, that's why if I get through a show, that's why if you say a bollocks once, right, you're in serious shit.
Oh, I'm gone.
Whereas if I get through a day and I don't curse at all, I get told, fair play to you.
Yeah.
Like the show is shit. But you didn't do anything inappropriate for 4 hours.
Well, that's
You know what I mean? Andy goes, come on, we're having make him a cake and all, and you're like, why are you doing that every day? And they go, yeah, but that's not the same, Jim. You know how to do it.
Because I remember Andy Bad News calling me into his office once before we were working together, and he gave me a dressing down because I called a listener who was on the text who was being a bit of a gobshite. I called them a gobshite.
Yeah.
You know, because they were taking something I said completely out, or whatever it was.
Oh, I would
or whatever.
I
said, gobshite. And Andy calls me in and gives me a fucking, rips me a new one. And then you're in here going, would you fuck off and stick it up your arse, you fucking idiot. What? What's the story? Yeah, well, what about it? It's PJ.
I don't think I've ever said that about Liz. What have I called people that have texted in? Half-wits. I called someone an arsehole. Yeah. I called, what was it I called? What we called? Was it Dan? I called him a bollocks one morning. And then there was, there's a few of the listeners. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, by the way, we should stress at this point.
The entirety of all our listeners I called a shower of ticks once because they...
To be fair now, all of this is done in, as the great Kenny Everett would have said, the best possible taste. It is all part of the banter.
Well, yeah. No, I think your man was an arsehole. He was. In general, you're right. But there was one where someone was just being an arsehole. So I was like, yeah, whatever. And no, you're just an arsehole. Yeah. It was so. He said something. I can't even remember what the text was.
Mind you,
he was talking a load of rubbish.
The other thing is, you're a great man. You're a great man for taking an insult.
Oh yeah, I don't mind at all.
Because there's times you'd see, you get somebody in there. Look, they could be just in a bad mood or whatever. They've woken up on the wrong side of the bed, or they've woken up in the wrong bed, whatever the fuck it is. Right?
Yeah.
And so they might tell you, would you ever shut up and just fucking whatever, right? And they might get a bit abusive, but you laugh.
I think it's great fun, yeah.
Whereas I'd be like, what are you calling me that? I'm hurt.
Yeah,
you get a bigger laugh than anybody else gets.
I think it's funny.
If somebody goes on, see you, Gallagher, you're not fucking funny. If you ever shut your fucking mouth and fuck you.
I think it's funny though.
And you laugh.
Come on, of course you're going to laugh, and I don't know who he is. Yeah. I'm sitting there minding my own business having a laugh. I don't think about this person at all. This is someone I don't know. Someone I've never met. Someone I don't think about from morning, noon and night. Yeah. And I'm just sitting here having a laugh with you. And then someone goes, fuck off! The Darius! I'm trying to fucking eat me breakfast and you showing up cunts are fucking ruining the flavour of these sausages. Like no one's even thinking about you. Yeah. What are you talking about? Shut your hole! I hope you drop dead in a basket full of wankers. Shut up! You're like, what? This has nothing to do with me.
What brought that on?
That's what I'm like. That's how you're like. This
is only just giving away simply red.
I'm literally halfway through a cup of tea, telling you a joke about a duck that's a carpenter or something. And someone out there is losing their marbles. So I find it very hard to take that on board.
In this profession, right, there's not many professions. I was trying to think of if there's an equivalent. Like, generally speaking, you wouldn't, if a lad was working, on a fucking thing at the side of the road or whatever, or a telephone thing or whatever, you wouldn't sort of just randomly walk up and go, oh yeah, you call that fucking laying a cable, do you? Is that what you call laying a cable, you fucking idiot? Yeah. You wouldn't randomly just, whereas here, it's like...
Yeah, unless it was on your road. There is elfellas that do that. You know what I mean? You see, them elfellas that just spend their whole lives, they're retired and they have nothing to do, only give out, what's our man looking out? Look at him looking out his window, the prick, just like he's doing.
Yeah, because there's a bloke in the window across the road looking back at him.
Yeah.
And man, you see he's never away from that fucking window.
When the council pull up, they're the first out. What are you doing? Oh, jeez. The disappointment in their face. Yeah. Water, we're putting it. Whoa, yeah, Irish water, isn't it? And what are you doing? Pissing in it, I suppose. The taste of shite off the water. Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. You do get
actually,
those weirdos.
To be fair,
and they're like, right, yeah.
There are definite exceptions, I've just
realised. How long
realised.
are you going to be taking up this side of the footpath? I'd like to sit down here now. You're obstructing me view of the neighbour's front room. They're like, oh Jesus.
Actually, Irish water, and then to be fair, the other thing would be clampers.
Oh yeah,
they would never guess. Nobody's ever going to just
scumbags.
Leave them to it.
Scumbags. Nor should you. Nor should you, Jim.
I know I should. I shouldn't have even opened that can of worms.
You shouldn't have opened the can of worms. You did. Nor should you leave burglars.
I'm going to leave you with PJ for a minute.
Your job should be a burglar.
I'm just going behind the screens here.
Grant, do that. I will get this off me fucking mind now. No, if you saw a burglar, would you leave him do his job? Would you? No, you wouldn't. Because he's a robbing scummy bastard. And it's the same with clampers. They come around, should you leave them? No, robbing scummy bastards, hijacking a van, putting a gun to your van's head. What the fuck did your van or car ever do to anybody? You're grand, beat me a ticket. At least I'll have the right to reply, the right to appeal, the right to reason. You can't reason with a wanker with a clamp. No, you can't. They should be send them off. Those are what if ever there was a useless shower of whores. They still doesn't even fucking pay for how much they cost the state. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. I swear to God, I'd put them fuckers in a cannon and shoot them into Scotland.
There must be pictures of you up in various clamping offices around the country.
The phone calls I've had with them, I swear to God. Oh my God.
Have you ever
Sometimes
had
if I'm in a bad mood, I just ring them to say I'm somebody else that got clamped, just to have a shout at them. You know what I mean? Sometimes I walk past the clamp car and go, yeah, that'll fucking do. What are you clamping me for here? And you'll
just randomly select somebody else's clamped car.
Although it's very hard to get through to them now, because they're used to people ringing up and doing what I do. So now you have to wait through the whole, if you would like to do this, press 1. If you'd like to leave us alone, press 2. No one ever presses that button. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a whole sort of process. So it takes a bit of work to get through to them. But you can still do it, ladies and gentlemen. Just let you know you can still do it. Yeah. And Galway got rid of them. Cork random. You know, they ran.
So, are you saying Dublin's the only place that has clampers?
Dublin's the only place left that has clampers, yeah. As far as council clampers. Never got me started on the private clampers. Jesus! Oh, if ever! I mean, private.
I'm going back behind the screen.
Oh my God! I tell you, don't get me started. Don't. I am started. Too late.
Too late. You may as well.
Too late. Oh my God! If ever, I swear to God, wouldn't you love to see them all just? If I had my way, if there was a revolution tomorrow, I'd leave everything the same except for the clampers, and I'd hang them out as GPO and set fire to them nutsacks. That's what I do. Unbelievable.
Actually, I just realised, compared to the abuse we get, that's it's mild now. I'll never be offended.
Well, now
again.
you see, and do you know what the clampers think of me? Nothing. They don't even give a shit because they don't listen to me. That's
the secret. That's the secret.
Mind you, if you were a clamper, you wouldn't want to be listening to me, I suppose.
Well, yeah. You would certainly not if you had self-esteem issues.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're proud. If you have to lie to your neighbours about what you do for a living,
come here.
Your job is something up with your job. You know what I mean?
Do you reckon?
They'll be telling people they're in the army and all.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever done that in stand-up? Have you done clamping stuff in stand-up?
No, I don't think. I'm too passionate about it.
Fucking hell! Because I was just going to say, imagine like somebody sitting in one of your audiences.
Yeah.
Let alone listening to this show.
Oh,
somebody sitting in your audience,
and especially in these days where people don't like to have a joke aimed at them at all.
Yeah.
Remember, there was
because if you turned around and did the old, just out of curiosity, any clampers in? Fuck.
No one would ever put their hand up. No one would ever put their hand up. And they don't even tell their neighbours.
Only if they knew what was coming.
They don't even tell their parents what they do. You know what I mean? They don't even tell their parents what they do. They're like mad. They're clapper. Like, you know, they have to just make up stories. They're mad. How's things going in the bank? Yeah, grandma.
Yeah. Oh, when did you start wearing high vis in the bank?
With the debts, you know. It's very dangerous now with all the debts. You have to wear the high vis.
You have to, very dangerous. It's health and safety. Somebody might hit you with a pen.
Yeah,
you have to know where you are.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't be dealing with it. Couldn't be dealing with it.
So that rates then, that's the worst profession in the world as far as you're concerned, is it?
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Remember, there used to be a thing.
Clampers, burglars and death squad militias, in that order. They're the worst.
Because remember, there used to be always the thing about solicitors and... Was it solicitors? You know, remember there was always the really bad taste jokes, like how do you know a good solicitor... Or what's a good solicitor at the bottom of the lake or something or whatever? There was some,
I don't know.
People always had to go with solicitors.
What you do if you see a solicitor in the lake? Put your foot in his head. All that sort of stuff, was it?
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So they've been replaced now, have they? They've gotten off because bankers, in fairness, when we went through the last shenanigans.
Yeah, but bankers, to be fair to them, right? Don't pretend they're not up to no good. Do you know what I mean? They're the smiling devils.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You know, he's like going, hell, you go into a bank now, it's actually a bit of a laugh. I had a laugh the last time I went into the bank. I went in, hell yeah, I'd like to get a mortgage. They were like, yeah, no problem. What's your situation? Yeah, separated, can't get a divorce. So again, can't. And we all had a laugh. I said, you know something? I'll come in next week and ask again with a different broker. They went, oh, please, make it 3 o'clock because Harry's after missing it. We want everyone to have a laugh like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so they're the smiling devils. You get used to the smiling devil. You know what I mean?
That's all right. Then. You know where you stand.
Yeah, you work your way down the road. You're going, that was Bank of Ireland. We go into Ulster Bank and do it again. Yeah, we might as well. Yeah. So I'd like a mortgage. Yeah. What do you do for a living? Radio.
Actually, yeah.
He's on the radio. He wants a fucking house. Oh, Jesus.
He only has a hobby. He doesn't even have a job. He has a hobby.
And do you have any family? No, but there's 3 dogs. He's got dogs. Oh, Jesus Christ. Please tell me he's a gambler as well. I can't get enough. This is great crack. Well, I like a flutter on a Sunday. Jesus. Oh, you shit. I'll be waving to them out of me tent.
Anybody that you've ever gone into in a bank, they're going around telling their mates, that PJ Gallagher's hilarious.
Funny.
Hilarious, yeah. What, we at one of his stand-up shows? No, he came in looking for a mortgage. It was the funniest thing ever.
No, his stand-up shows are shite. He just gets out with clampers all the time. But you want to see him coming in and asking for a loan when he tells his life. Oh, it's brilliant. He can't do. He's a thing. Wait to hear when he's paying the rent. She'll buy 3 gas for it. Oh, he's a fucking tick.
Brilliant. The modern world, eh?
The modern world.
Right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope it was worth the wait.
There you go.
And if you're a clamper listening to that show, sorry about that.
I'm not sorry. I hope someone ties your head to your wheel.
Well, I turn it off before you get going again.
It's probably not bad idea, yeah. Jesus, this is why I don't do stand-up anymore. It's too impassioned, full of hate. Middle age does that to a man.